Okay, so this is actually take 6, 7. It's been total and utter chaos. Okay, I'm not going to the full extent of the chaos because it just take too much of this video. The bit that you need to know is that we're on a pre-recorded, uploaded video because of the YouTube. Basically, I had everything set up. I clicked go live, and what happened was that I got a nice little message from Google saying we need a code from you to make sure that you're not a robot. We're going to send you this on the telephone. So I rushed out to get my telephone. I came in, I waited for the code, I input the code, and then I got another nice little message from Google saying, great, you'll be ready to go live in 24 hours. This is at 11 o'clock. So I put the message on my Facebook site. I'm doing it now, and various things have gone wrong. So it might not work quite as I hoped this morning. I've got to think my way around this. I possibly need a lot more coffee to think of a way to get round the minor issues I've had this morning. So, right, so there's 3 things I want to show you. Let's get my head around this. 3 things. There's a TV schedule, which is ready and raring to go. I'll tell you a bit about that in a minute. There's the magazine, the March issue of the magazine, which was published several days ago, and normally you will get information about the publication right after, directly after publication. And there's a journal that I want to take you through. It's an interactive mini scrapbook, and the instructions for which are actually in the magazine. As you know, the magazine only costs 50p. It's online, it's digital. You can print it off at home. I have my own print off. It's a PDF, you can print it off. And once you've got that, you've got a hard copy if you want. Or you can keep it online if you're happy with that. There are full instructions in that magazine to make the interactive mini book. So, for the cost of 50p, you get full instructions for an interactive mini book and all the other exciting things as well. Okay, so last time I tried this, you ended up dropped on your head. Sorry, but you didn't feel it because you haven't had that upload. So to avoid you falling, hitting your head, phone going off, all of those kinds of things, I'm going to have to do this in a way that I'm not overly keen on. So I'm just going to move you back slightly. Give me a bit more space here. Okay. This is the way to do this without you ending up with a bruise. Or my phone ended up with a bruise. Okay. So the TV schedule is here. Okay. Basically there's 3 weeks left of the month. So you've got week 1, week 2, week 3. The special things on here. This is on my website. Okay, it's there so you can print it off. It's not exactly the Radio Times. It would be really nice if it was, but it's not. You can print this off. The things of import really is on a Monday I've got a segment called What's New. So in there I'll pop in things about what I've been up to, what bits of arts and crafts I've been up to during the week. Not too specific because you get some of the things will be specific to the magazine, so those things will be kept a little secret, but all the things that I've been doing for me personally, all the fun things that I've been doing will be there. If you've got any questions, that could be on there. I have a haul video. I don't entirely get the haul video things, but I know a lot of people like them. I've got one of those coming up that's going to be in one of the What's News. And what other kinds of things? If you want me to have a go at something you've seen on a how-to video, alright, as long as it's not too ridiculous, we can have a go. We can have a go together. I'll do it live, because hopefully I'll be able to go live then, and you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Okay? This first Wednesday I've got a craft party. Now that means, part of me wants to say ladies, but anybody can join in, okay? It's to make a spring decoration for the home. It's sort of paper crafting, but you don't have to be a paper crafter to join in, okay? The full details of that and a template that you're going to use are going to be on the website. So it's not there yet. That's what I have to do once I've done this and possibly had more coffee. It'll be on the website, and it's a PDF. You print it off, preferably on card. Card would help. Okay. And Fridays are about recycled crafts. So these are in the magazine. You'll find arts and crafts where we happen to use some recycled materials. Okay, this is more fun sorts of recycled crafts that border on the life hacks. Okay, so there's a crafty element to it. It might not be what you call an art or a craft. It's not that technical, but it's fun and it's a bit crafty. Okay, something like that. And then what other special things have I got? Not this Saturday coming. Sorry, not next week, the week after. We've actually got a kids craft party as well. This one's for under 5s. I'll do others at different points for different age ranges. This one's for under 5s. Full details there as to what you need. It's not too complicated, I promise. They will, however, need an adult nearby, because there will be a couple of bits. I'll encourage them to give some things a go on their own, but there will be a point where you are needed. Okay. And I suspect some of the things that I asked them to have a go at, they might find a little difficult, but it's still good to have a go. So we've got what's new and recycled crafts. And then on Saturday the 30th, I have a quiet weekend. And so I'm spinning. I have my spinning wheel here behind me, and it's got part done single ply of rainbow yarn. I intend to get that finished single ply wise, and then make a decision finally. I've been thinking about it for a year on what I'm going to do to ply, because I wanted to make it a bit more exciting than it already is. Although it's very nice wool, I want to make it more exciting. So I'll be doing the exciting bit with yourselves on Saturday the 30th. Okay, so go to the website www.kirkyart.co.uk to get your own copy of the TV schedule and join us. Okay. Oh, the other thing, if we're going to do a live craft party and you want to wave, particularly if this is for the under 5s, okay, send me an email. The details are on the schedule. Send me an email. I'll give you a wave. And kids, it's just a first name. Keeps them secure. And I'll give them a wave and say hello. Okay, and they can join in the party. All right, so quick nosy at this month's magazine. Right, so this is my paper copy because I just printed it out. Okay, so in it, as you can see, they've got a continue of the beginner's guide to quilling, and we've got a look at an artist called Jennifer Kenyon, who produces some really cute wood-turned bowls. So it's a little bit about her and how she got into that. I also, obviously, there's a monthly art challenge. For anybody who's not had a go at the magazine, the idea is that this is there every month. There's a word a day, and the idea is that you use whatever medium you like to try and do something with the word a day. I pick one and do that. I do that one because I'm doing lots of other things for you. I do one that I mention in the journaling part segment of the magazine. Okay, so there's lots of words there. So 31 for March, and you give it a go and see if you can produce something connected to that word within a medium you like. Absolutely any medium. Okay, and maybe you'd like to email me, and it might get featured in the next magazine. Okay, so we've got an editorial, contents, right, arty party breaks. This is a look at some special art holidays, weekend getaways and breaks out to Greece, with a fabulous artist called Vicky Griggs, who particularly likes teaching watercolour, but works in other medium as well. And she is hopefully going to be starting in April a watercolour course that's going to be in the magazine. So that'd be great. You'll have a beginner's guide to watercolour starting in the magazine. Beginner's guide to quilling. I'm just having a quick shuffle through. We've got a new segment here called Challenge the Artist. Now, what was in my mind when we set this up was basically I have access to I'm not a fine artist. I do lots and lots of different crafts, and I'm very skilled at some of them. I'm not a fine artist, but I have access to a particularly talented fine artist. So the challenge a month is that I give this artist something different or interesting to work with, and they produce something. What I had in my mind when we first did it was Top Gear's Stig. So it's our equivalent of. I can't write that in the magazine though, because I suspect the BBC or Amazon or whoever would be a bit upset. But it's that kind of thing. It's an unknown artist. We've got some Mother's Day cards. Now I do want to mention this. This is an advert that I get on a regular basis. I don't know whether you can see it that way around. Hill Green Designs. Hill Green Designs is run by a very lovely lady who I've actually sat. She's local. I've actually sat at craft fairs next to her and chatted to her. She's a very lovely lady who produces mostly wood, but not necessarily, some cardboard things using the laser cutting effect. She particularly does wedding things because she can do things in bulk, and her stuff's lovely, and she's a very, very lovely lady, and she advertises with us every time. She's great. You've got a recycling project there. You've got the gallery, always the gallery, so I get some of your ideas. I love seeing your ideas. We've got the journaling section, which, as I mentioned, has my take on a word from February in this one, and the how-to of the album I'm going to show you in a minute. Review of that artist. And we have a kids craft, actually written by a very lovely young person. Well, photography and writing was by a friend, but the creation of the item was by a young person, and that's there, and they've done a good job. It's making some special little felt puppets, felt Easter puppets. Okay, so that's what's in this month's magazine. April's is going to be a big Easter extravaganza, and there'll be plenty of bad jokes to go with that. Okay, so the journal, and I'm going to have to hold it up here again because, like I say, last time I tried to do this a different way, I ended up dropping my phone, which is my camera, so not good. Okay, so it's fun paper. Yes, these are crazy rabbits. I spotted this paper in the range, and I just thought it was great fun to use. So this is what it is. The competition in the magazine is to win this. Okay, so if you buy the magazine, there's a really simple question at the end of the journaling spot, and that there can be a winner. You could win this. Okay, it says happy there's a flower. That's up to you. The way I do the how-tos, they're always done so that you don't have to specifically use a paper line that I suggest, or even for this one, you don't have to use a specific measurement. Okay, so you can use whatever cardstock you've got. Okay, so within reason. Okay, so I've got a little pocket here. I think that's extra. Okay, so each page, and I like to keep the decoration fairly flat, because if you're opening up a book and you're leaning on a page to write something or add something, if you've got a lot of bulk, it makes it really quite difficult. Okay, sometimes I like popping in a dangly because you can pop that out the way, but if you're doing that, it can be really quite difficult. Okay, so, and these are fairly blank inside as well, because the idea is that you can put your photos in. Okay, occasionally I don't, but generally that's how it works. So this paper is animals and patterns, and it's lovely, and it's cardstock, and it's double-sided. Okay, so you've got a large paper there that's approximately A5. It's not quite, it's a slightly different measurement. You've got a page there with a, sorry, you've got a page there, lovely. You've got more space there, and you've got a pocket with and insert. Okay, so that's how they all work. The instructions can be for a book of any size. I love the monkeys, aren't they fun? Okay, I had a lot of fun making this. I made this particularly quickly. It is a really, really simple one to make. So once you've made one and got the hang of it, you can make them really, really quickly. Okay, there you go. And oh, poor Brit! Yay! So there you go. These are massive space. You've got massive, big blank spaces for scrapbooking. Okay, for doing your journaling. So the idea is you can put photos in there. The pockets can hold tickets and things. You can put a little card in and write a little bit about something. Why not pop an index card in those pockets with bits of journaling about your day? Okay, so that's the book. It's just a quick run through because obviously the full details are in the magazine. Please go to the magazine and buy yourself a copy or subscribe. It's via PayPal. It's all really safe. It is really only 50p and you have full access to that magazine. Okay, goodbye.